Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Garnet Valley football fans. Your stream team is at Phil Marion Memorial Field here in Ridley to bring you the last game between the last game of the regular season between the Jaguars and the Green Raiders. This is a rivalry between two Central League foes. Ridley is 7-2, 6-2 in the Central. Garnet Valley is 8-1, 7-0 in the Central. Ridley used to rule this league prior to Garnet Valley joining in 2008. Garnet Valley's won the championship 5 times since 2008. If Garnet Valley wins tonight, they secure their spot at least 6th in the playoff system, if not a lower number. Pat, GV, and Ridley is always a game we mark on our calendar as soon as the schedule comes out. This is unusual to have it the last game of the year, but here we are.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having that. It's Ridley having a for them a 7-2 season. They're probably coming in a little disappointed, little something to prove. Chip on their shoulder. They've lost a couple games to Strathaven and I guess Haverford, right, in the Central.
Two Central League
opponents, and they're going to be ready tonight because Garnet Valley has the opportunity to lock up yet another Central League title outright, and if Ridley can knock them off, I think that, let alone improving their seed in the going into the playoffs, which it looks like both teams are going to make the playoffs here, they'd like nothing more than to make Garnet Valley share this title. And what a night to do it on, a senior night at home. But thinking the Jags have different plans. They're pretty motivated by a second straight title. They know if they win tonight, they're going to do that. And that's all we've heard them talk about all week is the Central League title. That's one at a time, and control what you can control, and we'll figure out next week when next week gets here. But Garnet Valley obviously getting into the postseason again, and tonight we're going to find out whether it's right where they are at the number 6 slot, or could they slide up depending on what happens in a couple other places. We'll welcome our viewing audience from the Concordville Inn, if they have the sound on. The good friends at the Concordville Inn streaming these games for us on some great new TVs and a great new big bar. Lots of specials, lots of good food. So if you're not out here, which a lot of you aren't, we hope you're there enjoying the game.
The crowd is sparse tonight, and Alec Eskin has speculated that maybe it's the mumps scare, that a number of the band members did not attend tonight because of the mumps scare. And Garnet Valley, who usually travels very well, does not have a very large crowd here. Maybe it's the mumps scare that has turned people away. But we're here. That is Alec Eskin, Ben Hoyt, Goody Barkusen, Pat Patterson, and yours truly, Don Mink. The captains are in the center of the field for the coin toss, and we'll be underway here shortly. Garnet Valley has scored 406 points this year while allowing just 186, so it's on average 45 points per game versus 20 by the opponents. Ridley has scored 290 points and allowed 206, so that's 32 to 22. So the numbers favor the Garnet Valley Jaguars, but you have to play all the games.
Absolutely, and Ridley is they're known as being a tough team. They've got some good athletes. They've if there's a linebacker high school, it's probably Ridley. And expect to see them fired up and coming out to play. They're certainly not going to give Garnet Valley this Central League title. They're going to make them earn every inch of it, and looking forward to a good game.
We will stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful solo rendition of the national anthem, sung by a Ridley student. Decked out in green and white, she's wearing her green Deshaun Jackson jersey. Dave Wood, the head coach of Ridley, is a veteran of some college years. He spent a number of years as the head coach of the Widener program, and he's also been an assistant coach at Lehigh and Penn. And he is a Garnet Valley resident. He said two sons, Dave and Matt, have both graduated from Garnet Valley. Son CJ is a sophomore safety on the defense for Garnet Valley, and daughter Sammy is in 7th grade at Garnet Valley. So it's a Garnet Valley Ridley flavor to the game. Garnet Valley will receive. Ridley won the toss and opted to defer to the second half. Jake Morin and Reese Malik are deep, and Ryan Cantwell will kick, and the ball is away. Taken short, bouncing around, and Ridley recovers.
Wow.
Garnet Valley, 3 different players touched the ball, but Ridley recovers at the Garnet Valley 24.
Yeah, that's little early excitement for the Green Raiders there. Garnet Valley just a little lackadaisical on trying to receive that football, and ball comes out, and there you go.
Jack Grace, number 12, is the quarterback. Back to throw. Throwing straight down the middle. Too long. Intended for number 21, Gavin Kingsborough.
Kingsborough, a familiar name from Ridley.
Yes, indeed. I think he's Garnet Valley, Joe Kingsborough's nephew, I believe.
Okay.
'28, Dylan Staley goes to the outside. Gets a couple blocks and is pulled out at about the 20-yard line. Bryce Stansfield on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the Garnet Valley 19. So Ridley opted to kick off, defer to the second half, and acquired the ball anyway, right away.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Keeper.
Brought down by
Jake
Morin, number 32, for a gain of about 1.
It was a good job by Marr, and a little option play there too, and quarterback kept it and trying to sneak around that right corner, and Jake Morin had it all the way.
4th and 4. Shotgun again. Back to throw. Throws to the outside, complete. Taken inside the 10-yard line. Brought down by
Kingsborough again on the reception.
Brought down by number 27. That's Ryan Saunders. Just found a spot in the
yeah, it was a good pattern.
in the zone.
2 guys over there. He picked the right one on the inside.
Ball's handed off inside, off right tackle. His right tackle. Saunders and Alex Westberg on the tackle. 2nd down at about the 8.
Yeah, number 54, Westberg, fighting through there, clogging things up, and Saunders coming in to help out.
Pitch out. Well covered by Garnet Valley. Taken out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, Garnet Valley defending that option very well, just kind of strung it out. Assignment football there. And good job with the contain on the outside of the defense.
Matt Gable eventually rolled him out of bounds. Jack Grace comes to the sideline and gets the play from the coach, Scott Green, who is also a Garnet Valley resident with 3 children in the Garnet Valley school system. Keep by Staley, and he is dumped.
They're gonna do something we don't see a whole lot of.
Alec Nicolaitis. Looks like we may have a field goal attempt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
There.
Back deep for Garnet Valley at the 10. Kick is away to the same spot, this time taken cleanly by Garnet Valley. Getting out over the 35 is C.J. Wood.
Yep. Decent return there and good field position for Ryan Gallagher.
Garnet Valley will come out over the ball, trailing 3-0 in the early going. 9:06 left in the first quarter. Reese Malik, slot back. Jake Martin takes it off right tackle and picks up about 3, out to about the 41-yard line.
My roster says number 30, Nicholas Becker, made that tackle. On the outside, they called a different name out over the public address, so apologize for any discrepancy.
Good block on the outside by Reese Malik.
Oh!
Greg Reynolds knocked out of bounds.
Wow.
Right about the marker.
Yeah.
About a yard short.
Sonny Alami.
Nice hard tackle.
Really was. Yeah, it was using the sideline there, just made a big hit on Reynolds.
Jake Marn and Greg Reynolds in the backfield. And Ridley jumps off sides. Anxious.
Yep, all excited over that big play on the sideline, looking to make a big stop, and the composed Ryan Gallagher goes with the hard count and gets a first down for the Jags.
61, Sean O'Doherty, and 21, Gavin Kingsborough both jumped, anticipating the snap count. Second man is
Reynolds.
Greg Reynolds. He picks up about 3. And 61, Sean O'Doherty makes the tackle. Second and 7 for Garnet Valley at the Ridley 46. Coach Dave Wood calls timeout. He saw something he really didn't care for.
Yeah.
Really didn't care for.
Yeah, they got position coaches, and they're out there that's reminding them where they're supposed to be lined up, it looks like. And take a moment. That was a real nice article in the Philadelphia Inquirer featuring Ryan Gallagher this week. And, of course, as soon as he got a chance to be quoted, he paid a lot of praise to the scout team, number 1, that prepares them every week, and then he gave it up for his offensive line and the defensive line, who've been playing great football. That group out there tonight, led by Lance Schwartz, Tyler Sparks, and Paget, Blaze McDaniel, Zach Green, Weisendanger, Craig.
Movement against Garnet Valley. We'll move it back to the Garnet Valley side of midfield. Will be 2nd and 11 now. Ryan Gallagher to throw, down the sideline and off the hands.
Wide.
Greg Reynolds was wide open at the 40 with with the end zone in sight.
Yeah, yeah. Seen that before, just the play action, and Reynolds releases on the wheel route on the outside, and boy, he was free and clear there.
Two wide to the top of your screen, one to the bottom. Gallagher back to throw. Inside screen, and Malik slips and falls. Oh, and a penalty flag.
Somebody from Ridley. It's a dead ball.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Yeah.
That won't.
He didn't hurt anybody there, but as soon as you're on the ground in high school, you're down, and the Ridley player just kind of fell down and tagged him, and
15 yards.
That's illegal. Yeah.
And Garner Valley will get a third down call again.
They're going to remain fourth down. It's a dead ball foul.
Oh, dead ball foul after the play, correct. Fourth down and about 1.5. Very tight formation. Outside, getting to the 40, but short of the first down. Jack Wills makes the tackle.
Yeah,
kept them short.
Good job by the Ridley defense there, standing up tall and keeping the Jags from getting that first down.
Man in motion. Giving off inside. '28 Dylan Staley picks up 2. Alex Nicolaitis on the tackle. Underneath. Big hole. Staley.
Going.
Out of bounds at about the 2. The Ridley coaches are on top of us, and on a good Ridley play, they stomp on their feet. We can certainly tell when it's a good Ridley play.
Yeah.
So Garner Valley in very much danger of going down by 2 scores here early on.
Yeah.
Staley stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Good job in the middle there. Nicolaitis.
Alex Nicolaitis and was low, and Max Buzenkill was high for the tackle. It's 2nd and goal at the 2. Handed off inside.
He's in.
And well into the end zone. Goes
no signal. Yeah.
number 2, Malachi Williams for the touchdown. There's insulation falling out of the ceiling.
I hope it's not asbestos. We gotta send some inspectors over.
Gavin Kingsbury to hold.
And not something you thought you'd see tonight, folks.
No, not at all.
But, as we mentioned, Ridley senior night, and they have one mission, and that is to ruin Garnet Valley's night and keep them away from a second straight Central League title outright. And doing a nice job so far. Took advantage of course, the muffed kickoff. Turned that into 3 points, and then the Jags' 4th and short failure to get a first down. They turned that one into 7 points.
Dylan Staley on a nice run for about 50 yards.
Strength of a big play run.
Malik and Jake Morin are deep. Chris Vinci, number 98, to kick. 5:31 left to go in the first quarter. Garnet Valley trails 10-0. Ball's up. Taken by Jake Morin at the 15. Out over the 30. And dragged down short of the 35-yard line. Garnet Valley will put it in play at its own 33-yard line.
The apology, folks, on the video there to our right end zone. We don't have a very good angle of where we're able to situate, so we might have an obstructed view to that end, and we'll just call it the best we can.
Ryan Gallagher under center. Hands off to Greg Reynolds, who picks up just a couple. Second and 8 at the 36. Jake Moore. Ryan Gallagher keeps it out the outside, down the sideline. Head fake, cuts back in, and could go, and he does go. 65 yards.
Yeah, 65, 66 yards. That was a good piece of running at the end by Gallagher. Number 6, Sonny Alami, the only Green Raider that had a shot at him. And he just waited and cut back across to the middle of the field, so he picked up another blocker and cruised in the end zone, get the Jags back within one possession here.
Bryce Stansfield to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. And the score is Ridley's 10, Garnet Valley 7, with 4:41 left to play in the first quarter. Give a shout out to the Teachies, Bryce's grandparents over in Maris Grove, who watch us each week. Welcome, folks. Say hello to George and Ruth Ann Wenner, who watch us each week when we're away, out of Mo DeFrank Field. And a special greeting as well to Rich and Gail Castafaro. Spoke with Rich today. He was very interested in what we might see tonight, and I misled him. I didn't think it was going to be Ridley up at this point of the game. Bryce Stansfield the kick. It's away, taken close to the sideline at about the 12. Up that sideline. Bryce Stansfield has to push him out of bounds outside the 45.
Good return.
Found a seam and mowed it up that sideline, the far sideline.
And an early District 1 score here. We have Downingtown East 7, Coatesville nothing. That game in the first quarter.
Off right tackle. Taken down by Alex Nicolaitis. We've called his name a number of times already.
Yeah, he's doing a good job coming up. That's it looked like Mitch Mazzaros, number 64, had a shot in the backfield and slowed him up enough for Nicolaitis to come up and clean it up.
Second and we'll call it 8. Throwing deep. Caught.
Oh, he got him.
Malachi Williams. 55-yard touchdown pass reception.
Yeah, that was it all the way. Just locked up one-on-one, and he got back. He knew what he was doing and threw it just a deep middle post pattern. And Malachi Williams there to cruise in.
Great pass by Jack Grace, putting it up in the air so Williams could run under it, and he did and caught it and went in for a touchdown.
So just like that, Jags back down 10.
.342 left to play in the first quarter, and we've already seen 3 scores by Ridley and 1 by Garnet Valley.
And 3 50-yard plus plays.
Yes.
Give Ridley's offensive line a lot of credit there too. Grace had tons of time to. Not that he was hanging onto the football for long. It was really a predetermined chuck in the air right down the center of the field, but had good protection there. Able to step into that throw and make that big completion.
This ball short, taken by C.J. Wood at the 25. Gets out over the 30 and maybe the 33.
All right.
Brought down by number 41, Steve Gerace, who according to our roster that we were given is a freshman. Very unusual to see a freshman playing in a varsity game. All right, Garnet Valley starts at its own 34 this time, down by 2 scores, 17-7. Jake Marn, the only setback. 3 wide receivers to the top. Gallagher hands it to Jake, and Jake gets out to about the 38. A Ridley player trying to yank at the ball.
Yeah, they're tackling the football and looking for those turnovers. And Jake Martin did a nice job hanging on, rolling over the left side of that Garnet Valley line.
Greg Reynolds hit at the line of scrimmage, picked up a yard, but he paid for it.
Yep, number 30, Nicholas Becker in there.
Third and 4. Second man through is Reynolds. He gets the first down. outside the 45-yard line of Garnet Valley.
It looked like Gallagher switched that play up a little bit. Maybe they just switched sides on where they were going. But it was a good read, whatever it was, and enabled Reynolds to get just enough to get the first down.
Jake Marn off left tackle. Picks up about 3. Zach Green had the blocking assignment.
Tim Pulte with a house full of folks watching the game. Old buddy Ron Wise from Wise Auto Body over there, giving estimates on everybody's car.
2nd and 7. Marn again, but he only. Oh, no, this kind of was Greg Reynolds. He only picked up about a yard if he did that.
If that, yeah, it looks like no gain.
Shout out to Kevin and Lukey Crispin. Jim Litwa, who always is faithful watcher of Garnet Valley football. 3rd and 7.
He's going to throw.
Gallagher's back to throw. Throws complete
got him.
at the 40. Looks like Kevin Craig Jr.
Yeah.
First down right at the 40-yard line.
It was a nice throw and a nice catch. Kevin Craig was covered over there, just a drag across the formation, and Gallagher put it right where it needed to be. Craig holding on for the first down. Good job.
Jake Moore picks up about 7 off the left side of the Garnet Valley line.
Now the Jags going with a little bit of tempo.
No huddle.
Try to wear down the Ridley defense.
And Ridley calls timeout.
Their second timeout.
Say hello to Pete and Kathleen Trezera and John and Carol Mowry, who are checking in with us.
Pete? Is he in Florida now?
Yeah,
or?
he's living in Florida, Tampa area.
Nice. Be looking for that invitation on my Facebook page.
So Garnet Valley is down 17-7 with 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Ridley's defense has been stout, so Garnet Valley went into a hurry-up offense to try not to allow Ridley to get set on defense. And Ridley wisely called timeout.
Ooh, he did
Gallagher
again.
keeps it again.
Oh,
Down the
hits a
sideline.
gear.
Touchdown.
Man,
35-yard touchdown run.
he must hear me keep saying Malik's the fastest running back out there. He's got to go show me up.
His
That
yards
was-
per carry tonight is going to be outstanding.
Yeah, he number 7 had a shot at him. He just ran through the angle. It was some good acceleration there on the outside by Gallagher.
Kick is up and good. And Garnet Valley trails now 17-14 in a high-scoring first quarter.
Yeah. Who had the over on that?
Give a shout out to Mr. DiCarlo, who teaches business at Garnet Valley High School. And to Adam and Janet Foltz out in West Grove. So twice now, Ryan Gallagher has put it in the belly of one of his running backs. and had the Ridley defense descend on that running back, and then he took it to the outside and sprinted down the sideline for long TD runs. Bryce Stansfield the kick. He hits it high over to the other sideline. Out with it again to about the 35. This time it's Dylan Staley, number 28.
All right, Jags could use a stop here.
Yes. A shout out to Joe McGruel. 2 seconds left in this first quarter. Here comes Dylan Staley. He got over the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. Garnet Valley trails 17 to 14.
The ball there right on the 41. This is where the aging referees love to have the quarter change over. They take a casual 20-yard walk instead of going from one end to the other.
I remember going to BYC games, and only the officials on the field knew how much time there was in the clock, and the quarter always seemed to end when the ball was at the 48 or 49-yard line, so they'd walk 2 steps to reset.
Second and manageable here.
Second and about 4 at the 41.
Oh,
Grace tries to keep it himself and gets blasted in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, he's lucky he still has that football. He pulled it back from his dive back, but it looked like it was slipping out of his right hand.
Alex Westberg made the hit.
Yeah, he did a nice job just grabbing and getting control of that. And cost a couple yards, but they still have the football.
3rd and 6. Wide receiver comes very wide to this side. Ball's handed off underneath. Getting to the outside is Staley and dragged down.
See the spot?
Depends upon the spot.
Yeah, it looks like they're, well, right on it. Yep.
First down. Hand off underneath. Jake Martin right on the play. Staley never got a chance to get his footing.
Yeah, it was a good read and a really good tackle. Just right in perfect position the whole time, and good for a
Loss of
tackle
about
for a
3,
loss.
yeah.
Ridley taking a while to get this play called.
Yeah, Jack Grace comes over to the sideline and gets the play call from Offensive coordinator Scott Green. Back to throw is Grace. Throws it out here. Number 21, the intended receiver, Gavin Kingsborough, but incomplete. Ryan Saunders in the area.
Again, Ridley's offensive line doing a nice job. Garnet Valley not really, they're kind of stayed in their base defense. They're relying on the down linemen for the rush. Typically, they're throwing at least one of those middle linebackers into that mix, trying to get the quarterback riled up.
Well, it's handed off to Staley. He gets back just beyond the original line of scrimmage to about the 46-yard line. Be fourth down. Garnet Valley does get the stop that Pat said they needed.
Ridley's first punt of the game.
Garnet Valley had hardly enough players on the field when they snapped the ball.
That was Malik with the fair catch.
Ball is Garnet Valley's at their own 23 with 9:20 left to go. In the first half, Garnet Valley trails 17-14. Gallagher, Reynolds, and Jake Marn in the backfield. Quick toss. Greg Reynolds trying to get outside, cuts it back in, picks up a few.
Good defense by Ridley. Stringing that play out, forcing the cutback, and not a lot there, but 3 yards on first down,
number
not too
30,
bad.
Nicholas Becker, inside linebacker, made that tackle.
Ooh, here he comes.
Jake Marn following blocking and gets out right to midfield.
Yep. Oh,
And
gets tackled across the 50 and gets pushed down a little bit there. And
Ryan
Pops up
Gallagher
as we
got
would
mugged
expect.
on that play after the handoff.
Yeah, that's the job of the defensive end or outside linebacker to come up and make the quarterback pay on the option.
Reese Malik in the short slot formation. Straight down the middle is a pass. Looks like I think Ryan Gallagher's arm was hit as he was throwing.
Yeah, it
Kind
came
of wobbled out of
a little
bounds.
funny. Looking for Malik down the side. Good coverage though, and Ridley had folks over there.
Say hello and thanks to Melissa Bruette. Thanks for the dinners, as
Yes.
she always supplies them to our stream crew. Jake Marn is the only setback. Reese Malik gets the counter, is dragged down, and the ball's loose. Garnet Valley jumps on
Jeez.
it, back at their own 48-yard line.
I think the ball was down, wasn't it? No, they're
They pulled it out of Reese's hands as he was going down. They're grabbing for the ball.
yeah.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 11 play. No, 3rd and 12.
Ridley's got a nickel package. They just brought in an extra defensive back and pulled one of the linebackers.
Jack Wooten goes way wide to the top. Gallagher back to throw.
Oh,
Ball's thrown behind Wiesendanger.
Ridley was coming. So now Jags forced to kick.
Jake Morin to snap. And
Stansfield.
to punt. Ball snapped. Just punched down the sideline. Garner Valley just didn't want a chance of return.
Yeah, that's a good kick. There's inside the 25. That's good Garnet Valley roll. Good field position for the defense to start with. Stansfield had his gloves on the ground next to him. I don't know why he couldn't punt with his gloves on.
Shout out to Art Roach, who is Max Bruette's pappy here in Ridley. Ball's fumbled.
Oh.
Garner Valley
boy.
recovers. At about the spot
Valley
where
returns the favor.
Ridley recovered Garner Valley's first fumble.
Yep. Now the Jags come up with a turnover.
Just as Grace was trying to hand it off to Staley, one of the Garner Valley players was right in that mix and knocked the ball away. Jake Morin, the only setback. Gallagher pitches to Jake. He gets outside, cuts it back in, and inside the 10 to about the 5. First down.
Nice job, nice patient run by Morin, and a good read, Gallagher, for the pitch. Kind of hunting his way down there, gets inside for the first and goal. Say hi to a guy who used to run that option well for Garner Valley, Scott Leiser, down in Florida.
Ball's at the 7.
Oh, that was a keeper.
Gallagher gets thrown for a big loss. 4-yard loss. It's second and goal at the 11. Wide receiver, top and bottom of your screen. Jake Morin in the backfield. Jake takes it straight ahead. Back to about the 7.
Boy, that keeper was there again. The give, kind of the outside give to Morin, and everybody collapsed on that play. I'm not sure if they'll try to go back at that again and give Gallagher a shot at a third touchdown here.
Looks like Sam Morin in the backfield. Fake to Sam, pitch to the outside, cutting back inside, and touchdown! Oh, there's
twisting
touchdown! Number 21, Greg Reynolds.
Nice run by Reynolds, kind of twisting to get that last yard, and same play as before there. This just used all 3 options up on that one and got it to the pitch guy. Good job. Now Jags with their first lead of the game.
Late arrival for Ridley on defense on the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good, and Garner Valley leads for the first time, 21-17. They've been down by 10 twice. They now lead by 4. A shout out to Jerry Montella, who's watching at home. Jerry, we wish you were here.
Wish you were here.
If Garner Valley wins tonight, they will be assured of a home date with whoever the opponent is. A loss may or may not knock them out of the top 8 of 16 seeds. We'll deal with that later in the game when it gets to that point.
Yeah, the big game for the Jags Jaguar fans would be looking at would be Abington and Central Bucks West.
Reese hits a squibber, taking it about the 25 by one of the up men, who gets out to about the 37. Number 45, Nate Desmond.
Nate Desmond listed as a junior, no dimensions in there, but that's a big kid playing linebacker, number 45 for Ridley.
I want to welcome Grampy Morin up in Maine, who is a steady watcher and listener on Friday nights. Staley back to throw. Oh, just over the hit. Hands of Gavin Kingsborough. I said Staley back to throw. That's Grace back to throw.
Yeah, that would have been another big gainer there. Jags got to keep these Ridley receivers in front of him here.
Bryce Stansfield and Ryan Saunders are the D-backs on this side. Throwing to the other side.
Oh.
Ball's overthrown, intended for number 15, Stephen O'Donovan.
Yeah, looking for the quick hitch there, and Boozenkill, the sophomore, who's had a great season at cornerback, over there right with it, but ball thrown too high for anybody.
Two wides to each side. Grace takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rush. Nice play. Alex Westberg.
Yeah.
He pushed the Ridley blocker back into Grace's face and then made the tackle.
Yeah, bull rush was like he had to tackle both of them. He was still engaged with the offensive lineman when he reached around and made the set. Big strong move there by Alec Westberg. And Garnet Valley calls a timeout.
Yeah, Ridley tried to rush out there to get in punt formation again, and Garnet Valley called time this time. Coach Scott Green, who was once on the Garnet Valley staff and has seen so many Garnet Valley games, and as well as Coach Dave Wood, the head coach, I don't think they will be surprised. They will allow for the picket fence.
You got to think, if there's a team in all of District 1, they used to run that themselves all the time.
Yes. Punts away. Jake Morin calling. Fair catch,
Jeez.
and he bobbles it.
There's a flag.
It could have been,
Yeah.
interference. I didn't touch him, but he was right in his face.
Yeah, that guy
didn't give him room to make the catch.
He did that to Malik the last time as well, and got down and stamped his feet and got real close to his space, and that'll probably be that interference with the fair catch.
The official's going to mark it off the wrong way.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Yes, Mr. Official. It's against the green guys.
So that turned into a real nice return for Morin.
Yes.
You get 15 yards.
So Garnet Valley will start at the Ridley 41. 4:41 left to go. In the first half, Garnet Valley leads 21-17. Jake Morn and Greg Reynolds settle in the backfield. Ryan Gallagher seems to be changing the play. Second man is
Oh, shook him.
it's Fenster.
Oh.
Fenster gets inside the 20 to about the
Wow.
18. He's tripped up.
Number 31, Jack Wills, saved a touchdown there on the outside. That was another great read on the ball by Gallagher to see that develop.
Ball's at the Ridley 18-yard line. Straight ahead goes Fenster to about the 15.
He's brought down Nate Desmond, that big number 45, middle linebacker.
2nd and 7 right at the 15. Fenster bounces it outside. Gets down to about the 13. Jack Wills on the tackle.
Jags should be taking their time here. There's 3.5 minutes left in the half. They want to get down here and score, and certainly not give Ridley an opportunity to put points on the board.
Fenster and Reynolds in the backfield. Reynolds straight ahead. Short of the first down, I believe, by about a yard.
Yep. See what Coach Ricky feels like doing here, certainly within Stansfield's range. But nope. They're going to go for it here, and
It's like a yard and a half.
Ridley should be saying watch the snap, and Garnet Valley's going to call timeout.
Ridley's calling timeout.
Oh, they are. That's their third timeout. Well, he pointed at us. So Garnet Valley charged with the timeout. You see, the Ridley coaches are saying watch the hard count. And Garnet Valley's going to dial up their 4th and 2 with 2:42 left in the second half, or in the first half play.
Garnet Valley was stopped earlier on a 4th and short.
Yep, and that was that time they tried to hit the outside. I don't know if they'll 2 yards if they just get behind the big bodies of the two guards. One of the two guards, Lance Schwartz, and follow him up the hole.
Oh, here's where they overload the backfield to one side or the other and just give it to the tailback in behind all those blockers.
He's going to keep it.
Oh! Ryan Gallagher, keeper.
Yep.
So his third touchdown of the night.
Yeah, that was another little stroke of genius by Rich Boyd there, the coordinator. They lined those guys up in a big full house, made it look like I was going to be that lead dive, and Gallagher just kept it and scooted around the corner for another easy 6.
Stansfield extra point attempt is good, and Garnet Valley leads 28-17. Shout out to Joe Andrus, Tom and Kathy McLaughlin, along with Frank and Betsy Shaza, who are regular watchers and listeners. Scott and Cheryl Green are probably watching this evening. Their son Scott is the offensive coordinator, and their grandkids are all in the Garnet Valley School District. And they are both Collingdale graduates. Speaking of Collingdale graduates, Sis Borden always checks in from Sea Isle City.
Well, I think we know who the number 1 seed's going to be. Downingtown West up on Avon Grove 28-0. That game just in the first quarter. I'm not sure if all these scores are being reported, 'cause there's a lot of 0-0 games out here.
2:36 left to play in the first half. Garnet Valley leads 28-17 after being down 10-0 to start the game. Another squib kick, taken at the 30. Staley, or no, Kingsborough, 21.
Coatesville and Downingtown East tied at 14.
That's a bit of a surprise.
Downingtown East went in with an 8-1 record.
They were rolled
As
over
well.
by, Downingtown East was rolled over by Downingtown West.
West, yeah.
Wide receiver split wide. Ball's handed off underneath. Good tackle.
Good job. Who's in there?
Alex
Westberg.
Westberg.
That was a great, another job fighting off his block and making that play while he was still engaged.
And the clock ticks. Grace comes to the sideline and gets each call from Coach Scott Green, and then goes back to the huddle. Again, into the backfield is Garnet Valley's.
Yeah. Westberg again. He's fired up.
The offensive and defensive lines have really taken control of games week after week. And early on here, Ridley was battling at least 1-1, but Garnet Valley of late here has started to take control of the line of scrimmage, especially on defense. It is 3rd and about 13, 3rd and 12, with 1:32 left. Garnet Valley called timeout in hopes of another possession.
Yep, absolutely. And that's, they would have no timeouts left then, but could still get the ball back with a little under a minute to go.
Garnet Valley stands have filled in a little bit.
It's okay, Don's doctor said you have to go in the building.
Third and about 12. Handoff underneath.
Oh, pass.
Pass. Wobbler.
Oh.
Almost intercepted. Boozenkill on the coverage.
Boozenkill stuck with number 2, Malachi Williams on that, and the
Dylan Staley
tried to throw,
was the running back who made the throw.
and he was under some considerable pressure himself and just kind of threw it a little bit short.
Jake Morin and Reese Malik deep at about the Garnet Valley 35. Ball's blocked. Rolling towards the Ridley end zone.
Oh, boy.
And Garnet Valley will take over at the Ridley 13-yard line.
That couldn't have worked out any better for Garnet Valley there with the timeout situation and the field position they would have had with a good punt got away. But I think they were coming the entire time, got through.
There was as many as three guys right around the ball.
Yep. So Jags now with plenty of time to try to score again here.
Ball's placed at the 15.
They won't be able to stop the clock, so they're going to have to use the sidelines or the first down marker to.
Gallagher keeps, gets a couple.
Uh-oh. Is he hurt?
Garnet Valley's lining up over the ball.
Yep.
Ridley calls
Ridley
time.
calls time. Their last time out.
Well, it stops the clock for Garnet Valley.
Yep.
Lets everybody Ridley wanted to regroup on defense. Garnet Valley has an opportunity to regroup on offense.
I thought Gallagher came up a little
I thought so.
shaken
Yeah.
up there. He got tackled in that hole, and then just incidentally another player kind of landed on him late. And when he got up, he didn't look like he was quite ready to go. And I think they're walking him off right
Somebody's
now.
going over to the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Gallagher. And here comes Kevin Mcgarry. Oh, and Ryan Gallagher didn't make it to the sideline.
Yeah. Gosh.
So Kevin Mcgarry will be in to operate under center with 59 seconds left on the clock. Garnet Valley with the ball at the Ridley 13.
Yep. Well, maybe the 12, the 11. So Mcgarry, the junior, he's 6'1", 170. And all anybody's thinking about right now is Gallagher, hoping he's okay.
He's up. We'll work on him over halftime.
Well, I mean that could be, it could be concussion stuff, and they want to be absolutely careful about that.
Kevin Mcgarry having conversations with Jake Morin. Reese Malik now spreads wide. Mcgarry back to throw. Touchdown!
Oh, wow. Mcgarry.
Weezen danger, number 87. Kevin Mcgarry put it right where it needed to be.
Yep. He came in, and everybody in the building, including myself, figures he's going to hand it off to Jake Morin.
Good call, coach.
Just to get that done, and they come out slinging with Mcgarry, and they connects right away for another big Jaguar score.
Kick is good, and Garnet Valley leads 35-17. Reiterate that if you tuned in late, Garnet Valley was down 10-0 to start with 8 minutes left to play in the first quarter. So Garnet Valley leads by 18 with 54 seconds left to play in the half. Suspect we'll see another squib kick from Bryce Stansfield. Not wanting to allow a long run back.
No, yeah, we're this game's provided few crazy moments here.
Another squib kick. Picked up at the 30. And
Nice move around
getting
the
upfield.
outside.
Knocked out of bounds.
Wow, this
C.J. Wood comes up
C.J.
limping.
Wood limping a little bit. He doesn't want to come out, though. He's going to try to walk it off here. Oh, he's down now. I don't know if that was maybe his calf was cramping up that made him sit down real quick.
Ridley will have the ball at its own 49 with 47 seconds left to play, down 35-17.
So we've seen this quarterback not shy about throwing the deep ball here, and Jags, I assume, will be putting plenty of help in the defensive secondary. But 47 seconds left. We'll give Ridley plenty of time to take a few shots here.
Not even warmed up either, right?
No.
Come in and got the
And Rich, he rifled it in there.
So C.J. Wood going off the field now, and
He does have a
Next guy
cramp
up.
or something.
yeah, once he sat down, they had to take him out for at least one play. So see what the Jags have. Kind of in their base defense here.
Dylan Staley trying to get to the outside and does. And gets knocked out at the Garner Valley 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're saying he was not knocked out. Clock runs.
Well, no, they gotta set the
Oh, the Garner Valley player's down.
another one.
The clock stops for the injury timeout.
Yeah. So that time it's 89. Shane Mulholland, the injured Jaguar on that side there.
First and 10 at the Garner Valley 30 with 37 seconds left to play. It's the 30 yards that are important. There, Dylan Staley to the 24.
That clock will
As
run
soon as they
now.
set, yep, the clock will run.
I think he's going to spike this here to.
And the clock stops with 14 seconds left.
14, yeah, there's.
Third down.
So again, a first down will stop the clock briefly. Jags could use a tackle in the middle of the field here. Not for a first down.
Yes. Back to pass, under pressure, passes away.
Oh, he caught it.
And the defender fell down, knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! With 5 seconds left to play, they scored.
Yep. Wow, that was a good pressure by the Jags getting onto the quarterback, but he was able to release the ball and just made a real good play. Number 2, Williams, and puts
35-24.
35-24. But remember that Ridley will start with the football in the beginning of the second half. Jags received the kick to start the game. So now Ridley's huddle saying, do not allow a return here.
Yes.
And Jags have the hands team, which is their regular kick return team. These guys up front should be ready for some action.
Would expect a squib kick here. Although Garner Valley would love to have a return, Ridley certainly doesn't want to allow them the opportunity. He just punches it, and it goes out of bounds. Garner Valley will take over at its own 35.
Unless they make them kick again.
Oh, remember
that?
Mike did that?
He did that
It was like three or four
times
of them.
in a row. I don't think he's going to do it here. They're just going to go and kill the ball and take it in with an 11-point lead.
Valley will start first and 10 from their 35-yard line with 5 seconds to go in the first half.
Kevin Mcgarry at quarterback. Kneel down and clock runs out.
That'll do it.
Garner Valley leads 35-24 at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was I would say a great first half for the Ridley Green Raiders. The Jags overcame some adversity early there. They were down 2 full scores there, and they fought back and took a lead, but Ridley certainly not going anywhere, and they will be back with the football to start the second half. So we'll take a break and catch our breath, and we'll be back with you for the beginning of the second half.
We are back. Garnet Valley leads 35-24. Ridley won the toss to begin the game and deferred, so they are getting the ball here to start the second half. And we've just gotten word over halftime that Ryan Gallagher is out for the rest of the game, along with Shane Mulholland, both of them with concussion protocol.
Yeah, it's a shame. Tough way to go out. Hopefully they're minor in nature, but you can't mess around with those things. You gotta take every necessary precaution. And
Bryce Stansfield's kickoff went out of bounds. Ridley takes over at its own 35. Trailing by 11. Jack Grace is the quarterback. Dylan Staley, number 28, and Gavin Kingsborough, number 21, have been the primary running backs. Here comes Staley, getting to the outside, out over the 40 to about the 42. He had a caravan of blockers in front of him. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the Ridley 41. Need to get to the 45. Boom!
wow.
My gosh.
Guess who? Number 54. Alex Westberg again. That time a little help from Sam Marin.
Alex Westberg had both the quarterback and the running back. He had them both tackled. 3rd down and 9. Here comes a rush. Ball's away. Looks like it was Garnet Valley intercepted. Bryce Stansfield.
There you go.
Max Bruette was right in Grace's face as he released the ball, and he had to throw quickly. Bryce Stansfield stepped in front of the receiver, and Garnet Valley will take over at the Ridley 41. Kevin Mcgarry is at quarterback. Second man. Ball's out for a gain of about 1 to Greg Reynolds. A shout out to Steve and Kristen DiCamillo, who are watching from home. Just another 1-yard gain, if that.
Yeah.
Michelle and Pat Van Horn watching from home. It's 3rd and 9, right at the Ridley 40. Mcgarry is hit in the backfield before he could get started by Michael McDonald, number 50. So in 3 plays, Garnet Valley lost 1 yard.
Yeah.
Bryce Stansfield to punt. Deep backs are at the 20, 15. Bryce's job, I think, is to kick it out of bounds. Oh, yep. Line drive taken at the 10-yard line on a fair catch.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a good kick.
Yep.
Bryce Stansfield punt. Fair caught by Sonny Alvani. Green Raiders will take over 1st and 10 on their own 11-yard line with 8:47 to go in the third quarter.
First and 10 for Ridley at its own 10. Pickup of a yard. Looks like there was a illegal formation or movement by Ridley. Illegal shift. 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15. At the 6. Racing the shotgun. Hand it off underneath to 21, Gavin Kingsborough, who gets out to the 10.
Dylan Staley is the carry for the Green Raiders. Brought down by number 27, Alex Suzanis. Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 Green Raiders from their own 11-yard line.
Jack Grace is going to get a lot of miles running back and forth to the sideline to get plays. One wide receiver way wide to this side. Bryce Stansfield in single formation coverage. Ball's handed off underneath again, picking up 2.
Dylan Staley is the carry for the Green Raiders. Brought down by number 52.
Number 28, Staley.
Staley again.
Yeah, runs tough. He's just a couple there, but he's been dealing out some punishment when he gets a little head of steam going.
2nd and 9.
Good boy.
Late addition to the line of scrimmage. Number 34,
Alfred
Mania.
Manier.
Tight formation for Ridley. Back to throw. Throwing to the outside. Swinging it out of the out to Malachi Williams. Incomplete. Pretty well defended by Garnet Valley.
Yeah, good job by number 59. Gable was out there with it, and number 15, Nicolaitis, helping as well.
4th down.
Wasn't really a screen pass, but kind of a sprint out flat pass.
Gavin Kingsborough is the punter. Blocked
Got a
again.
piece of that too.
It will roll dead at about the 27-yard line. So Garnet Valley has blocked each of the last 2 punts.
Yep. Jags
Great
with a
field
short
position.
field here,
Yep.
yeah.
Garnet Valley will take over 1st and 10 from the Green Raiders 28-yard line.
Ball's at the 28. Kevin Mcgarry, the quarterback. Jake Marn and Greg Reynolds, the running backs. Tight formation. Second man through is Greg Reynolds. He picks up about 4.
Oh, he got a little more at the end there. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, it's 5.
It's 5-ish. A short.
Pick up a 5 on the flag. Second and 5, Garnet Valley, from the 23-yard line.
Reynolds gets to the 20, be about a yard short. Kevin Mcgarry, the backup quarterback, threw a touchdown pass in the first half,
First
but
snap.
he's not being asked to do a whole lot here. Although they set the ball back, it's 3rd and 2. Jake Morin, first down,
Through.
touchdown,
Yep.
22-yard
Confirmed.
run.
Yeah, that time Ridley, ears pinned back, trying to make a big stop, and good quick hitter for Morin, and he was right into that second level of the Ridley defense. Made one move, and he was home free. Nice blocking, nice run.
Bryce Stansfield set for his 6th extra point.
False
Garnet
start.
Valley got called for motion. Yeah, we'll move it back 5.
25-yard attempt now for Stansfield.
And the kick is good.
Nice
Garnet
hold.
Valley leads 42.
Nice hold by
24.
Reese Malik there. Ball came out a little high. Went up and got it, put it right down.
Garnet Valley is averaging 45 points per game. They're right near their season average.
Yep. That was a much-needed successful drive there for Mcgarry, coming in a relief role for Gallagher and just leaning on that offensive line and moving the ball down the field. The short field that the special teams got them.
I think the Garnet Valley coaches saw something on film during the week that the Ridley punting team doesn't protect all that well, and
Yeah.
they've been bringing it.
Yeah, when you get them down in that kind of field position, it's always
Taking it to sideline at the 10. Oh, a seam. Wow, out over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
yeah.
Yeah, there is a block in the back.
Kickoff returned by number 4, Tahir Mills. Flag in the flag.
Oh, tough break there for Ridley. Someone blocked in the back. It's
Alec Eskin called it before the flag was thrown.
It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So instead of being up across the 40, Ridley's going to have to start from inside their own 15.
So it's 1st and 10 for Ridley at their own 15. Down by 18 points. Back to throw. Out of the
Oh.
backfield, Malachi Williams
Oh,
comes up lame.
yeah.
Ball's incomplete.
I don't know if he just had a little cramp in his
looks like he had a
hamstring
cramp,
or
yep.
something, and he couldn't bend
Oh,
down
he
to
just went down
scoop
and
that
he-
up.
On the sideline. No trainers working on a couple of his fellow players doing their best medical.
It's those cramps. You just got to stretch them out. There's
Pitch to the outside, cuts it back inside. Oh, good tackle.
Nicolaitis.
Alex Nicolaitis.
Yeah. They did a nice job turning him back into the traffic, and Nicolaitis was coming hard.
Dylan Stanley looked like he had an opening, but Nicolaitis closed it in a hurry. Grace, back to throw. Here comes the rush. Ball's thrown and caught out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's
It'll
good
be a
enough.
first down.
Yeah.
Bryce Stansfield makes the tackle, but
Yeah.
and Bryce was right on the play.
Yeah, just a good execution there. Grace able to put the ball where he needed it, and Sonny Alamami
Easy for you to
came up
say,
big.
Pat.
I don't know.
Dylan Staley outside, and here comes Ryan Saunders up from
Yeah.
the defensive backfield to make the tackle in the backfield, in the Ridley backfield.
Yep.
Loss of one.
Over there, that strong safety position, and just saw it stringing out. Didn't have anybody to cover, and runs up, makes a good play.
Saunders is a sophomore. Second and 11.
Oh, he's got the ball.
Grace keeps it and gets about 15 yards.
Yeah.
First down at the 40.
Good little drive here by Ridley, coming out from inside their own 15. Couple of first downs here, and almost back to where the kick return would have been without the penalty.
Grace keeps it himself. Thrown for a loss.
Wow. Bruette.
Bruette. Second and 11.
Wrestled him down. I think we can hear his mother congratulating him for a
Yes, indeed.
wonderful play on defense.
Melissa Bruette is in the stands across from us, but we can hear her cheering for Max. Second and 11. Grace back to throw. Here comes the rush. Ball's away. Caught.
Oh, he caught it. Nice catch.
My gosh.
It was
Dylan Staley.
a slow motion tumble.
Matt
complete.
Gable was there and made the tackle, but Dylan Staley made the catch.
Yeah.
.155 and counting in the third quarter. Ridley down by 18. First and 10 at the Garnet Valley 45. Straight ahead and running into a Alex Westberg and Matt Gable.
Yeah.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
Alex Westberg on fire tonight. He's between him and Nicolaitis. They're
I would think that regardless of field position now, it's 4-down territory for Ridley. They
Sure.
don't want to punt again.
no, well, maybe from this part of the field they wouldn't go after it, although I don't know why not. But yeah, I mean, at this point you're down by 3 possessions, 2 of which would have to be 2-point conversions. Or no, just 3 possessions. Scott Green might have something dialed up here that he's watching. I think he had to do some lobbying with head coach Dave Wood on being allowed to call that timeout.
Shotgun formation. Man in motion underneath. Ball's given off underneath.
Ugh.
Pickup of about 3. Dylan Staley, number 28, gets up slowly. It's 3rd and 7. Number 20, Blaze Harris, checks in. Clark to throw.
Oh, I think that hit
Race
Nicolaitis
to
in
throw,
the
and
back.
hit Nicolaitis in the rear end. 4th down. Oh, Pat, I must have misspoke. They're going to send Kingsborough out to punt again.
It looks like he's walking a little gingerly himself.
Garner Valley has blocked the last 2 punt
Looks like
attempts, I
coming
guess
again.
you call it. He gets this one off. Jake Moore, nice fake. Up the sideline, knocked out of bounds at about the 30.
Number 45, Desmond, plays middle linebacker and all special teams. He's determined. He gets out there. So one play ought to end the quarter here.
Greg Reynolds breaks the line of scrimmage and picks up about 5. Just a straight handoff. Zach Green. Zach Green and Blaze McDaniel, made a nice hole. And we'll walk to the other end.
Yep. So we're down to the last 12 minutes of the regular season here. Jags with an 18-point lead. If you joined us a little late, you missed some early excitement in the first quarter with the Jags muffing really the opening kick, and Ridley turning that into 3 points right away. And then Jags' first possession, they had a 4th and short. Ridley came up big and made the stop, and then reeled off a big play to get down inside the 5, and just like that, they were up 10-0, and it was it 17 to 14?
Yep.
Before the Jags were able to take the lead for the first time. All that happened in the first quarter, though. It was 21-17 at the end of the first quarter.
Garner Valley has 2nd and about 4. 2 wides to this side. Straight handoff. Thrown back.
Uh-oh.
Looks like Evan Fenster, and he's holding his right leg. Injury timeout.
They might have to refresh their screen. We're on. Let me see up here. Can you clear that out of there? There's a big detail over here.
Shout out to Deb and Cade Markison, who are watching from home. Evan Fenster gets up and walks off. So it's 3rd and 2.5, 3 yards. Pitch. And the speed just might have gotten Greg Reynolds to the first down marker. Of course, the marker's on the opposite side of the field, and they're saying first down. Good hustle by Greg Reynolds. He was being pursued, but he got the first down distance. Tight formation. Mcgarry steps back under center. Oh! The ball loose. Mcgarry just got it to
Morin.
Jake Morin.
Keep going with the damage to one play. Fourth down on number 45, Nate Desmond, picking the ball on the play. 2nd and 9, Jack Valley, for 40 yards.
Another very tight formation. Here comes Reese Malik on a counter, and he loses about 3. 45, Nate Desmond on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 12. Does Coach Rich Boyd call a pass for the junior quarterback?
Why not?
He is back to pass. Wheel route. Incomplete. 21 Kingsborough covering 21 Greg Reynolds on the play. And Garnet Valley will punt. Bryce Stansfield has done the punting tonight, just trying to angle the ball toward one sideline or the other to try to prevent runbacks. El Hamaneni and Staley are deep. Bryce hangs it up high. Caught. Boom!
Jake Morin.
Jake Morin hit him. Woo! And did he ever hit him?
Man, that's the same guy that was coming down on punts and stopping just short of the Garnet Valley receivers. And Jake just like shot out of a cannon there. Made a big play. Big clean hit.
9:46 left to go in the regular season. Gain of about 4.
District 1 action of interest here in the fourth quarter. Coatesville 24, Downingtown East 21. Downingtown East hanging tough. Tell them to go on YouTube. Something's wrong with our stretch portal.
Fumble, Garnet Valley recovers.
Nicolaitis, right?
Pickup of about 4.
Number 36, Evan Fenster with the carry for Garnet Valley. Working on number 34 after Daniel. Picking up 6 on the play. He's second and 4 Garnet Valley. Picking up 5 on the play. He's second and 5
Fenster's back in. Number 36 went out earlier. Is back in. It's Fenster on the carry, breaks the tackles, gets to the 40-yard line of Ridley.
Evan Fenster with the carry for Garnet Valley. Working on number 22, Justin Lee. Numbers up in Garnet Valley for
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault.
First and 10, Garnet Valley at the Ridley 40-yard line. Second man through. Greg Reynolds. No, second man through is Greg Reynolds. Pickup of 5, 2nd and 5. 7:40 and counting in the game. Jake Morin back in, Fenster out. Greg Reynolds straight ahead, picks up a couple. Garnet Valley at this point just wants the clock to run.
Hey Kevin, this is Pat Patterson, Garnet Valley football. I just wanted to, good, thanks, good. Hey, just wanted to report, looks like we're doing fine with our stream, but we're not appearing on stretch internet.
Movement by Garnet Valley. It will be 3rd and 9.
I'm getting two reports that the picture on YouTube is even better.
Two slots. Reese Malik. Reese Malik did a 360 and lost 2 yards as a result, but he was trying to pick up the extra yardage. Fourth down, Garnet Valley's going to punt. Try to make Ridley go a long distance. Bryce Stansfield sets just inside the Garnet Valley midfield stripe, just punches it downfield into the 10, the 5. And Garnet Valley covers it at the 2. Or is it the 1? Ridley will take over at its own 1. $5:26 remaining in the regular season. Garnet Valley was going to make the playoffs regardless of a win or a loss. But depending upon who wins and loses ahead of them, they are presently the 6th seed. Abington and Central Bucks West are playing. Souderton's playing. Garnet Valley can move up to 4th or maybe even 3rd going into the playoffs next week. Garnet Valley will be at home for the first game of the playoffs. Malachi Williams, that same calf muscle problem that he had before came off the field. He's struggled toward the field and went down. Do we have scores on some of these, like the CB West Abington game?
That wasn't.
I know the number of them were static. That you weren't getting any scores.
Yeah, it's like they weren't reporting them, and I'm still having that problem. Downingtown West is final now. That's their 41-7 over Avon Grove. Abington CB West is 4th quarter. Central Bucks West 31, Abington 20. So in that respect, it looks, depending how late that game is, that would move CB West up into the number 2 spot that Abington holds now, and Abington will slide as far as the number 7 slot. So both, whoever won that game was going to be a pathway for the Jags to move up a slot or 2. The other games we're looking for, obviously this Coatesville Downingtown East game will have some bearing. That's in the 4th quarter as well. Yeah. Coatesville again, 24-21. Let's see if I can.
Coatesville's presently ahead of Garnet Valley in the seedings. 3rd and 1 at the 10.
There's no information on.
Tackled. Oh, they're going to put it at the 1 yard line. I thought he was in the end zone. I thought it was a safety, but Jack Grace didn't have a chance. 4th and 10 at the 1. The Bryce Stansfield punt that was down by Jake Morin at the 1. Put Ridley in a very difficult circumstance, and now they're going to have to punt out of their own end zone.
So looking on Max Preps here in the fourth quarter.
Kick is away. It's going to roll dead at about the 42-yard line. And there's a flag.
So they're early in the fourth quarter at Souderton. Central Bucks South is up 17-7. That would have major implications if that score holds up, because Souderton could slide down several slots, which would vacate both the third and, well, no. Yeah, if Coatesville hangs on, it looks like they would be pretty comfortably in that third slot. If Souderton loses, Garnet Valley will be a 4. If Souderton wins, Garnet Valley will jump one spot and be a 5. So Souderton loses, that's a 4, which if the Jags are successful next week, they would have another home game. They would have 2 home games as the 4 seed, assuming that they would win. Where all these other games shuttle everybody around, I couldn't tell you, but if you're really interested in that, there's a radio station in Lansdale that at 11 o'clock tonight will have the selection show. And
Ladies and gentlemen,
WNPV,
if you could see the homework that Pat did on this piece of paper that he's looking at, it looks like Chinese letters and numbers, but
I'm gonna give it to Ben and Alec and have them figure it out.
If
You
this,
guys-
then that. If
Yeah, I have their point totals, win or loss. So if we know how all these games come out, then we'd be able to give that to you. But
3:14 left to play. Garnet Valley leads 42-24. Evan Fenster picks up a first inside the 30 to the 26. And Fenster's holding on to his calf. He went out before. Generally see cramping problems early in the season when it's hot and the fellas are not hydrated properly.
there's a lot of that tonight. It was a beautiful fall day. It was up in the upper 60s earlier, and I did hear a comment from a weather person that it was a little more humid than normal for this time of year, but
to Sis Borden. I'll text you on Monday or Tuesday. give you the seedings. First and 10. Kevin Mcgarry taking all the time possible. Ball's handed off to Fenster again. Or I guess that's Jake Morin. Oh, Shane Reynolds on the carry.
hopefully those of you that were watching on the Stretch Internet portal have been able to join us. I think they put the link up. They don't know what's going on with why that stream got lost, but we're here.
2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in the regular season. Shane Reynolds again. Another Garnet Valley player is hurt.
It's been a costly game for the Jaguars and human capital here. Hopefully they are limited to the mostly in the Cramp neighborhood. Of course, we'll be anxiously awaiting reports on Mulholland and Gallagher. Hopefully they're both okay and taking the right precautions.
Downingtown East is leading Coatesville 28-24. That would shake up the top part of the seating.
That would free up the number 3 spot. Coatesville's playing Downingtown East. That would free up the number 3 spot for those Garnet Valley Jaguars if Souderton loses, which they are now down 24-7 with 8 minutes to go in that game. So things are happening in the region, and see if my math was worth anything at the end of the day.
That was well spent, Pat. Kept you out of trouble. whatever else you might have been doing at the time. 140. Mcgarry just stands over the ball. The official doesn't get out of the way. Oh, they're taking a knee. I was wondering, what is the official doing?
He wants to make sure there's no...
Yeah.
I guess if
Jumping
they're
across the line of scrimmage for no reason.
Trying to swipe at the ball and do anything crazy here at the end. He's picking up the flag.
No flag on the flag.
So I hope we clarified the seating.
Well, yeah, I mean, a 3 seed would mean that you would end up with the eventual 14 seed, but there's way too many games that are going on to be able to do that accurately at this point. We'll have to wait until we're able to find out all those scores. But if it were held today, it would have been Perkioban Valley coming in.
Another kneel down.
Actually, a very real scenario here is that this Ridley team falls into that neighborhood.
We play them again next.
Well, no. I mean, I'm not saying that. I will not. I will say if these other 2 games go the way they look, Garnet Valley will be the 3 seed, but don't hold me to anything at the bottom half of that bracket. But Ridley is obviously going to lose a couple slots if they don't slide up any further, but they could end up, very possible they could end up in the 14 slot.
That is the end of the regular season. Garnet Valley wins 42-20, 42-24. 9-1 regular season. Their only loss was the first game of the season to Downingtown West. And Downingtown West is the number 1 seed.
And the number 1 seed in back-to-back Central League champions, which was the job they had in front of them for tonight to beat Ridley and be Central League champions once again. They have secured that honor outright, and now they can turn their focus on who the number
Garnet
14 seed it might be, and however it works out.
Garnet Valley is 10-3 against Ridley, and since Garnet Valley joined the Central, and we move on to the playoffs with a higher seed than we came in tonight. We don't know what it will be.
Goody's spying on us over here.
Goody, why don't you come around here so people can see you? Here's our cameraman supreme, Goody Markuson. Our team was assembled. Pat Patterson, Alec Eskin, Don Mink, Ben Hoyt, and Goody Markuson.
We'll see you in
We'll
the
see you
playoffs.
next week. 7 o'clock next
At Garnet
Friday
Valley.
at Garnet Valley. Good night, everyone.